All right, let's begin with news just coming in. After nearly 17 years, a special National Investigation Agency court in Mumbai on Thursday acquitted 7 accused in the 2008 Malegaon blast case. All accused were out on bail. The explosion on the night of September 29, 2008 near Bhiku Chowk in Malegaon killed 6 people and left more than 100 injured. A low-intensity bomb fitted to a motorcycle went off near a busy intersection, triggering panic and chaos in the communally sensitive town. The court also announced a compensation of 2 lakh rupees to each deceased victim and 50,000 rupees to the injured. So this verdict coming after a gap of nearly 17 years, a special National Investigation Agency NIA court acquitting all the 7 accused in the 2008 Malegaon blast case. So pronouncing its verdict today, the special NIA court said that the prosecution successfully proved that the blast did take place, but the National Investigation Agency failed to establish that the bomb was fitted in the motorcycle. So the 7 accused were eventually put on trial, and after 17 years, they have been acquitted. These include Sadhvi Pragya Singh Thakur, former BJP MP from Bhopal, Lieutenant Colonel Prasad Shrikant Purohit, the then serving officer in the military intelligence, Major retired Ramesh Upadhyay, Ajay Rahirkar, Sudhakar Dwivedi, Sameer Kulkarni. So, after 17 years, we have the verdict in the Malegaon blast case. Let's again tell you what happened on the ill-fated day in 2008. The explosion on the night of September 29, 2008 near Bhiku Chowk in Malegaon killed 6 people and left more than 100 injured. A low-intensity bomb fitted to a motorcycle went off near a busy intersection, triggering panic and chaos in the communally sensitive town. So the accused face charges under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and various sections of the IPC, including conspiracy, murder, attempt to murder, promoting enmity, and voluntarily causing hurt. And we have with us our Mumbai correspondent, Yogesh Sheetal, on the phone line. Yogesh, what details are emerging out of this verdict?
Tanvi, see, this is the operational part of judgment, basically, that has been delivered today, which was kept reserved in March 2025. And now all the accused, 6 accused were in this case, so all have been acquitted in this case. Now the final, the descriptive part of judgment is still awaited. Once it comes out, then the main things like what are the arguments that the court took cognizance, and also what are the key witnesses, because we have seen many witnesses turn hostile also during the trial. So it also is very important to see how many witnesses that the court took cognizance, and what are the important, as far as the important legal arguments are concerned from both the sides, from the prosecution as well as from the defense part. So that is also to be seen. Interestingly, we have seen in this case, there were 3 agencies. Initially, we have seen how Nashik police registered an FIR, later on the matter was transferred, the case was transferred to the ATS, and then in 2011 to the NIA, and how there were contradictions also emerged in both investigations from the NIA and from the ATS also. Coming to all the accused, including Pragya Singh Thakur, Colonel Purohit, Ramesh Upadhyay, Sameer Kulkarni, Ajay Rahirkar, Sudhakar Dwivedi, and Sudhakar Chaturvedi. These are the accused that have been acquitted by the court. Now it remains to be seen that how the matter goes forward, because we have seen multiple theories initially by the NIA and by the ATS also when the investigations were in process. So we have to see, what is important to see, that what will be the main conclusion, because if these are acquitted in this case, then actually who are the convicts, who are the people behind the entire conspiracy that killed 9 innocent people there in Malegaon in 2008. So these are the things that are still in question, and that should be now answered by the agency and by the state, basically, that who are the actual case.
Okay, Yogesh, also tell us, how has the verdict been received by the Malegaon bomb blast victims?
See, they are obviously, it was a, ordeal for them, because they were not only physically tortured during the trial, as they have confessed, they have also, described their ordeals that they had to face during the trial, but also the way, Hinduism terrorism or saffron terrorism defined by a sector of people in some parties. So it was a very deep scar that they had to go through, a area kind of thing they had to face. So they are obviously welcoming. They have also been compensated by rupees to each of the accused as of now. So they are very happy. They are feeling a sense of respite, because after a long trial, finally they have been acquitted in this case. So they are obviously very happy. However, since the day one, the contradictions in the prosecution story, whether about the Ramchandra Sangra, brother Sivnarayan and Shyam Sahu, we have seen that how ATS accused them, but NIA had given them clean. At the same time, also Makoka was revoked. Makoka was introduced to all these accused by the ATS, but later on NIA withdrawn Makoka. So multiple loopholes were there. That remains to be seen in the later part of the judgment, that exactly how court took cognizance of these things, and what was the basically legal reasoning that led to this judgment.
All right, request you, Yogesh, to stay with us as we bring in a bite coming from Mumbai. Let's listen in.
ऐसा है कि जो 17 साल से ये केस चल रहा था, इस केस में जो 17 साल पहले जो एविडेंस था, उसी तरह जो 2016 में NIA का चार्जशीट आया था, उसमें जो कोई भी मटेरियल था उसी के बेस पे आज कोर्ट ने फैसला सुनाया है। सारे एक्यूज बेल पे है और अभी तो केस खत्म हो गया है।
All right, Yogesh, now that the verdict is out, how does this verdict fit in to the narrative of Hindus being terrorists? This comes into special mention here because Amit Shah yesterday in the Rajya Sabha said that no Hindu can ever be a terrorist.
Yes, your question to me?
Yeah, so I said, how does this verdict fit in into the narrative of saffron terror?
See, this is in fact, you can see a turning point, a triggering point for those who believe that a theory can work, because we are not only in the trial but also in many cases. Because see, if you see other trials, like in 2611, we have seen how Ajmal Kasab was arrested, and later on we have seen that the entire story was basically the story was prepared. That attack should be shown as the attack carried out by saffron terrorists, and that is why a Kalava, basically a red thread, that is basically worn by a Hindu. So he wore that red thread to show that he belongs to Hinduism. But later on in the trial stage, it was basically completely exposed. And not only in this case, also if you see other case like in in 2611 trial, the later part when David Headley was deposed to the Indian court, we had also seen how Ishrat Jahan entire theory of Ishrat Jahan was basically punctured by the court during the argument. So it is not the first time. Multiple times we had seen how the saffron theory has been coined by a section of people. Later on, it finds no air. So this is not the first time, but yes, definitely this was one of the longest trial in this case when it comes to a terrorism case in India. So this is one of the longest trials.
Oh.
So this is how it happened.
Okay, thank you very much, Yogesh Sheetal, reporting from Mumbai.